Hello everyone! I'm AYANA, a Vtuber. Today we'll explain how to apply motion blur. Let's begin. Let's start. The effect of blurring an object with fast-moving animation is called motion blur. First, in order to apply motion blur, it is necessary to create a fast motion. Set the keyframes between frames in the position property of the shape layer a short distance to create a quick motion. After creating the animation, press the play button on the preview panel to see how the movement looks like. This is how it looks before applying the motion blur. Now, we will apply motion blur to make it smooth. To apply motion blur, click this button to turn on motion blur on the layer you want to apply. Then click the same button on the timeline panel to turn it on. After applying motion blur to the shape layer, let's preview it. As you can see, the shape layer blurs and animates smoothly like this. To change the value of the motion blur, right-click on the composition in the project panel and click Composition Settings. The Composition Settings dialog will be displayed, so you can change the motion blur value in the Advanced tab. If you increase the value of the shutter angle, the blur value will also increase. Next, we will explain how to apply pixel motion blur. First, if you applied motion blur to the shape layer, click this button in the timeline again to turn it off. Select the shape layer, then from the Effects and Preset panel, Time, select the pixel motion blur and apply it to the shape layer by dragging and dropping. If you play it in the preview panel, it will appear like this. Motion blur and pixel motion blur look the same, but pixel motion blur can detect pixels and blur moving images taken by cameras. With the shape layer selected, change the blur value in the Effect Controls panel. The greater the shutter angle, the greater the blur, and the smoother the blur is. This is the end of the lecture on how to apply motion blur. How is everyone doing? Did you understand today's lecture? If you found today's lecture useful, please subscribe. If you have any requests, please let us know in the comments below. See you again for the next lecture. See you soon. Bye-bye.